Hello everyone, Brick Dark here. Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Marvel Infinity Saga Bro Thor's New Asgard, which has two minifigures, one figure, 265 pieces, and retails for $30 in the United States. So here is the titular Bro Thor, and this figure is really cool. Unfortunately, it didn't come out as great as intended. As you can see with that belly print, it's just not quite the right color. Unfortunately, Legos had this issue with printing for a while. They didn't seem to have it like 5 or so years ago, like Captain America and Scarlet Witch from that era had like flesh printing that wasn't that like whitened out, but unfortunately it is here. But the rest of the figure still looks great. You even have the fingerless gloves. They do use the Lobo Aquaman here in a new dark tan, which is new for August 2021. The face print has two sides, one happy look and one lightning look, which doesn't really work for this set, but the set's not really a play set. It's definitely a diorama. He does come with an empty bottle, and there's quite a lot in this set, and Lego doesn't try and pretend, oh, it's just water. No, it's beer. It's beer, as you'll see in a little bit. It is beer. He is Korg, and this is a very interesting minifigure. He's got the very nice dual molded arms. This comes with a game controller and a pizza slice. Moving those, you can see that rock design for his torso, as well as the Hawaiian shirt, is very nice. He has a completely new piece for the top of his head. He also uses those Monkey Kid headphone pieces in a tan, which you do get an extra one of, which is very nice. Taking that piece off to get a better look at the face print, is you can see on one side he has an open mouth, on the other side he has a closed mouth. Very cool figure, one I was not expecting to get. I would have always expected Korg to be a big fig, but the minifig form does work very well here. And that's it for Korg. Finally, here's Meek. He's just a head on two sand purple flower pieces. Nothing really that special, though it is very cool to get. Here's a better look at that. Pretty cool face print, but yeah, this figure is not a highlight for the set. Before we look into Thors House, I just wanted to highlight this very cool detail, which is the Welcome to New Asgard sign. It's just a sticker, not a print. This is a very cool little thing. Yeah, it's just a nice, cool little inclusion. So here is the build for Thors House, and it is quite cramped. Let's start on the exterior, which isn't much. You do have a window here, as well as the back of some of the brick pieces used. But they did go the extra mile of adding a little pathway, so you could open a door and have maybe Hulk or Rocket walk through. So starting on this side, you do have a pot and a Indiana Jones whip in black. You have what looks like a bookshelf, as well as a little dark blue figurine of an empty bottle and another empty bottle here. You also have this sticker for Stormbreaker Pizza, which appears a couple times throughout the set, which is a nice inclusion. You also have quite a bit of pizza strewn about here. Come on, get going. Going, you know you want. I'll put that thing in later. But you do have the sand green couch, which can fit two minifigures sitting down, and you can also fit Meek on the pizza box if you want to, but it won't be attached to anything. Just having them sit down like this works really well. I mean, you can just have Meek like here in the center. Now, looking at this middle, you do have this new Asgard Times with 5 years after the blip. In the back, you do have what looks like a fan, maybe a build for a sailboat, a pitchfork, a hook, and a keg. And they include two clear yellow studs. So it is beer. Like, this isn't water bottles, this is beer. Just really, really interesting. Over here you do have this sticker of Korg, Meek, Thor, and Valkyrie in her white outfit, so maybe we'll get her in 2022, who knows, but it's on its side, pretty cool. You do have another one of those Stormbreaker pizza boxes, as well as Stormbreaker itself, which I'm not a huge fan of the build they went with, because it's basically the same size as Mjolnir, and it's significantly bigger in universe, but for here it works well, so you can have it there and have Thor perhaps open a bottle of beer with it. There we go. Now, what may be one of the coolest features of this set is this little TV right here. So you do have the build for the PlayStation 4 down there, which is quite simple. It's just a black gold bar piece on top of a modified 1x2 plate. Now, looking on the sticker itself, you have Lego Fortnite, which is really interesting. Also have the Noob Master 69. That is quite interesting. As well as a cookie there. You can also see a bottle. No, not a bottle. What am I saying? Can there, as well as a shovel. And a very interesting detail I noticed while building is underneath this couch is another one of those cookie prints, which is really interesting. Just a detail they didn't need to include, but they did include anyways. Some final last details are another game controller on that cushion in the middle, as well as what I guess might be like a coat or hat rack using a feather piece. But yeah, that's about it for the build. No extravagant play features or anything. This is definitely a diorama for display, and it's really cool, and it really does succeed at that. Now let's take a look at the box and the instructions. Box for this is about I think a $20 box size, maybe a $30. Now you do have this very interesting box art that they seem to be using for most of the sets, where you have this comic panel celebrating many different minifigures throughout all of the MCU. Not a huge fan of this massive Marvel logo on the side, and that's also on the What If set I got. But you can see more of that around. Also Thanos on one side, and then Lego-wise Thanos on the other. That's quite cool. And then you have another shot of inside of the set there. For a $30 set, the instructions are pretty big. At the back, it does have an ad for some of the other Infinity Saga sets. Definitely going to get these two at the bottom. Not going to get that one. I might get the Dragonfly. I really only want the Shuri minifigure from that, though. I don't know. We'll see. So overall, this set is absolutely amazing. When I first heard the rumors of a Thors House set way back in like April or March, I was fascinated by what they would be able to do with it, and they did it really well. It's messy, it's detailed, the figures are great. Even Meek, who, while being the weakest figure of the set, is still great. The details like Lego Fortnite and the picture with Valkyrie, and even adding some little stepping stones to the exterior, as well as the new Asgard Sign, everything just works together incredibly well. There's no real flaws with this set, aside from the discoloration on Thor's torso. That's a bit sad. However, from a distance, it doesn't look that apparent. You just have to look up close to see it. But yeah, this set accomplishes what it sets out to do wonderfully. I couldn't have made it better myself if I tried. So, I give this set a 9 out of 10. If you're a fan of Endgame and you liked Bro Thor, get this set. It is pretty cheap at $30. It's pretty small, so you can fit on a desk or something like that. And overall, it's just a great display piece. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.